Let me tell you what Jesus Christ has done for me. This is the way I used to be. This selfish and rotten, foul. And Christ came into my life and He changed me. I began to read His Word and find out that He is true and He's amazing, and see how He worked in other people's lives. When somebody shares with you, and it was that case with me, if anybody came to me when I was an unbeliever and started firing facts or information at me, man, the walls and barriers went up. But when someone came to me and showed love to me and gave me worth in their eyes, part of it is a selfish response. I like this person because they recognize, like I do, that I'm pretty special. In spite of the fact that I'm really not special. But it was those people that when they shared the gospel with me, I thought, wow, I want to be like them. I want to be able to have that kind of a joy, a peace. They have a love for themselves, that they're content with who they are. They're pretty flexible. When things go wrong, it doesn't seem to rattle them. They say things like, God is in control. He'll work all these things out to His glory. You're not going to do anything? Oh yeah, I'm going to do as I see in His Word what to do, or I'm going to do as I pray and He leads me. And I thought, that's what I want. I've been going to a church most of my life where everything was just form. You know, we read through this, we sing through this, we stand up here, we sit down here. And there was an emptiness. But there was a desire for something more. And I just never seemed to be able to find it. And when I reached that point, I thought, you know what? I guess what I've heard around my little world, that kind of God is who you make Him. Whoever you make Him out to be, you know, find out that's good enough. And so I thought, I'll kind of be my own God and do what I want and see what happens. And it was when I reached that point that I ran into some of these real people. They were genuine. And they shared the love of Christ with me, and in spite of my mocking, in spite of my rough edges, snickering behind their back sometimes. But as I was around these different Christians, these crazy Christians as we called them, my friend and I, it began to change who we were. One of them even suggested, if you don't believe God is real, begin to pray and just ask Him to show you whether He's real or not. And so my friend and I started doing that. We were hitchhiking around the country and didn't have any place in particular to be. But at night when we'd bed down, we would take time to pray. We'd pray for our families back home. We'd pray, God, if you're real, you show us. And as we did that, He brought us into the company of more of these crazy Christians. And they were the same way. They loved God. They loved His Word. They loved us. They gave us a place to stay. They gave us food to eat. They even helped us find work for a couple of days to make us some more money to hit the road again. But it was there in Houston, Texas, that in a light drizzle of rain, one of them says, Dave, I heard you praying tonight. Would you like to ask Christ into your life? Well, I don't know. I kind of believe this, and at the same time, I don't know. I've got friends. I'll probably lose my friends over it. He said, Dave, would you like to receive Christ tonight? I said, okay. And so there in the rain, we prayed together. Indeed.